Hello and welcome to this general review of what has happened in the past 16, 17, 18 days, whatever, of the assembly. It's been an interesting assembly. I feel that both sides have had their pluses as well as their lows, their minuses, which I don't know. Some people would agree on this panel, some people will not agree. But in my opinion, it's been a pretty good balanced. Even the treasury benches have given a good, quite a good account of themselves, except for a couple of ministers, and so has the opposition, which has done pretty well. These 17, 18 days have also been dominated by certain sections, certain issues outside the assembly, which some have reflected in the assembly, some have been highlighted by the media. So lots of these discussions are happening, and to bring it out in front of our viewers, we have a very senior panel, starting off with Advocate Klafas Coutinho, senior advocate and a political analyst. Dodor, welcome to our show. Second is Trajan Bab De Mello of the TMC, another very senior politician. Number three, Advocate Siddharth Samant, analyst. Samant Bab, welcome to our show. And last but not the least, firebrand politician. I will not say anything more. Advocate Pratima Bai Coutinho. Dodor, welcome to today. In fact, I think we have been dominated by advocates. Rajan, you are not an advocate also by any chance.
Some sort of an advocate.
Some sort, yeah. So, Klavas Bab, you give us a general brief of what's happened in the past 3-4 weeks.
See, it has been a long session, and after a long time, it was good to have such a session. What stands out is that we have a very small opposition, and the government has brute majority. Still, I find their performance has been good. Some of the ministers, as you said, did well, but surprisingly, according to me, the chief minister has done well. Somehow I feel that he has come up this time as a person who will do better. Of course, Vijay has been the star, but first time MLA like Yuri Alemão, of course Carlos was supposed to do well, but Yuri, who is the first time MLA, has really done well. Two issues I feel somehow they did not take up, and somehow I don't know why, with the enthusiasm the issues deserved. One is the Tiger Reserve. Somehow I feel the assembly was in session just before the High Court gave the verdict. After the High Court verdict, immediately the session started. And the second issue is the accident at Banastari. Both the issues deserved time of the House. Though investigation was in progress, there were various issues that could come up for discussion, including the faith of the people in the police system. This issue, and in the case of Tiger Reserve, I do not know why, when Madai has been one issue that dominated last session and this time also, why the opposition did not take up that issue. Somehow I feel that when you attack the opposition, certain people go scot-free, and that has been the situation here.
Thanks, Klavas Bab. Now, before I move on to our next panelist, I would like to welcome Viraj Bab Naik, our
data bank.
Data bank, Trajan calls it. Cephalogist. We have worked together for a long time. He's been there on. Now he's a little bit of more of a different role here in this thing because otherwise he's an out and out political analyst, so as to say. So Trajan Bab, you agree? Dotor kida munda to? Issues have been taken, not taken, should have been taken, were taken, all that.
See, we are looking at the play that has happened. The depth of the scenario, how does it help and how did it help Goa and Goans? Price rise, was such a hot topic where tomatoes had reached sky high. It was just allowed to with some whimpers here and there. Like he has said, yes, he said Vijay is the star. Fair enough. Star which side? That's very important. Rising side, setting side, fixing side. On Manipur issue, the opposition showed that they were totally divided. On the yesterday scale of the pay hike, which Dottor has rightly said it, I don't know what he meant, that Kalus was supposed to do well. That means he didn't do well. And definitely he didn't do well. I will be coming out separately. I don't want to make that an issue here. I will give the clips and the videos because he has been more of a suggestive man to the government.
Yeah, go ahead and tell, no?
No.
There is no issue.
See, he's on record that he has to follow protocol, therefore he's with the government. You are following protocol of the government, then go with the government. I know you missed the bus. People have got know it that you missed the bus. You can't fool the people all the time. The chief minister is on record on the floor of the house. Tu hai mere Kalu se ID. He's silent. He cannot have go guts. The speaker yesterday praises him as a man decent who behaves properly.
We'll have to ask Samant Babu later when his turn comes, but anyway.
Now,
Thanks, rather.
Now, among the ruling party, there is no MLA that the speaker had to praise. Kalus has become a betrayer, number one. He has lost the what he pretended to be. He has literally brought disgrace to other advocates' names. That is why with such lawyers, by like the a lawyer footing, was not the same Kalus who was talking about an affidavit that they had before filing the nominations, that they would not do this. He was one of them to have supposed to have signed. Arey, they took affidavits, no, they will not defect. Was not this fellow legal nominee he talks about? Then why do you blame the people when they say advocate footing? When you have such people?
Okay, let's stick to the review.
I was saying that. You yourself told me, take it, wait. I don't want to make that. I said, 1 minute.
No, but now you're attacking the advocates.
No, I'm not attacking. I'm saying because of one, the others are getting a bad name. Don't mix up the whole issue. I'm not saying advocates are blamed. I've got people who have been fighting for me without charging me.
Yes.
Please let me be very clear. I advocate this fellow. Cleophas has given free advice. There is sitting in front of me. My question is, I'm making it clear. You have one rotten apple and everybody becomes rotten. Just like you have that IPS matter the other day. But now the question I'm trying to make is, how did the people of Goa benefit from this? Number one, today we are going to face an election, Lok Sabha. People are looking for a united scenario. There was absolutely no unity. It was a disaster. It was nothing but a fixing that was going on. Could be seen.
The assembly?
Yes, by the opposition. As I told you, 2 people walk out from the Congress, out of the 3, one fellow sitting down there. And Yuri does not, Kalus is sitting in the assembly. He didn't walk out along with Alton and Yuri. The Kalus are sitting behind Yuri, and Yuri doesn't know. Kalus is known for backstabber. Fatlan marpa hushardo.
Let's not get into personal.
No, I'm not. No. Backstabbing means, I told you, you see his seat. He was behind Yuri. And Yuri thought he would walk behind him. He never walked. What I'm trying to say is, today people are looking for 2024. Forget the Goans getting any benefit from this assembly. Nothing. If I am wrong, and give anyone please correct me and tell me this is the benefit of this assembly session.
Okay. Sawanbab, now keeping out the personalities, let's try and avoid the.
I was avoiding it, you told me go ahead.
No, personal attacks.
I am not personal. It is not personal. It is not personal.
Okay.
It is as a politician.
Okay.
The behavior I am exposing.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, and also attacks on a profession as a whole.
I have not
attacked a
I'm
profession.
just saying. I am repeating. I have not attacked a profession.
Okay.
I am saying because of one person who talks as a legal luminary. Here is the affidavit. We have got. Now nobody can defect. Now, they don't expect this from you and Chidambaram. What two legal luminaries telling the whole people of Goa.
Doctor, he's talking your language that the opposition has failed completely. I don't know now. Pratima's a little shocked with this latest.
To see assembly this time, how much it will be of use, what should be what has it produced? First of all, it is not some assembly is not a place where some center will announce some package for Goa 2,000 crores for this, 3,000 crores for this. Assembly is a place where pertinent questions relating to the people are supposed to be raised by the opposition on the working of the government, on the policies of the government, on the performance of the government. Did they get sufficient time? Answer is yes. Did they increase or did they ask pertinent questions? Yes. Now, was there a fruitful debate? Most of the subject, yes. Was government able to deliver answer most of the question? Yes. Was chief minister was performing well in his duties? Obviously yes, barring one or two ministers who are grasping for answers. Overall the assembly has been fine. It has delivered and worked on what it is supposed to work and deliver. Now of course there has to be an audit on reconciliation on whatever promises that has been made on the floor of the house have been actually implemented 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line. That audit has to happen, there is no doubt about it. But lot of concessions have been made. Government has been magnanimous to accept certain things. So many questions have been taken, answers to that has been given, solutions have come from the other side. The inquiries has been ordered to be against Kala Academy and so many other things. White papers have been presented saying that this is the truth behind it. So over and all, assembly is fruitful. To say that assembly not lived up to its mark, at least it is not true about past two assemblies which were short and hushed up. You could make so many allegations saying that why it was less, but this assembly is concerned, it has served its purpose, barring one small that some MLAs were suspended for some time for Manipur. That was uncalled for. I said it that time, I am saying it again also. If Manipur wanted to be discussed, it should have been discussed. I am sure there would have been fruitful discussion on that, and government themselves would have got a better opportunity to explain their side of the story. But unfortunately, it did not happen. But overall, if you allow me to analyze, the assembly as a whole has passed.
What points you feel that the discussions were good, but of course should be followed? Like some example.
Kala Academy, the manner in which opposition took the government to the task was really well put and well thought of strategy. Then Panjim Smart City, then sports related scams that was, or questionable dealings that were this. Then one or two questions about the Tiger Reserve. It did come, it may not be substantial. That also was discussed. Schools and clubbing of the schools, that was discussed. These are all important questions which are
also
discussed.
one point which came up yesterday was of that rice. Where which was earlier, we had broken that story from Vasco. Then Ravi made fun of it and he said no, and he said fortified and all that. Then Vijay came with it. Yes. That was, I think, a very good point.
Yes, these are questions pertaining to the people. It is going to benefit people. So I feel these were quite good discussion that has been had. So many good decisions also taken. As Dr. says, of course, I have my reservations about Tiger Reserve, but it should have been discussed in more detail. To the extent that it should be discussed, deliberated, yes, it should have happened in a little more depth. But I have my own views about Tiger Reserve in a place like Goa, about shifting of 30-40 villages. Practically shutting
actually, it's not correct.
It's not correct.
Just 6 to 7 families.
Not
wrong.
The issue,
wrong.
The
Wrong
issue,
information.
I am not saying that Tiger Reserve should be allowed or not allowed. The whole point is it should have been discussed.
That's what you
It's a matter that deserved a discussion.
More attention.
See, they have discussed for hours
BBC
issues like BBC. They have issues like voter cards. Viresh spoke for 1 hour almost on illegal voter cards. See, these are issues, they are important issues, but there are more pressing issues which deserve attention. That is all I said.
Correct. I think he agrees with you on that. He agrees with you on that. But my issue about all us so-called analysts and experts, including me, discussing something like Tiger issue, actually that's not our call. Tiger issue the experts, it has come from the center. It is not a local issue. One. Number two, does the government have the data of who owns the land in the tiger? It doesn't. Not more than 5 to 6 families. You can check. And then I will say, okay, I'm wrong.
No,
on
but
TV.
all
But one
that,
second.
all that is a matter of discussion.
No. One thing. Second thing is, these people, like some of them we have spoken, they're saying, oh, you give us place, we'll go. Third and last but not the least, which is been completely being brought out in a wrong way, is that no business activities, ecotourism and all is allowed in tiger reserve, which is wrong.
Ecotourism is
Is allowed. Yes. Now the people, see, third thing is, if we do not get a tiger reserve in Goa, it is an advantage to Karnataka.
No. See the point.
Yes, it
where-
is.
the point
Because
where
otherwise
these
already
things come on the
whatever-
table,
Yeah.
These things come on the table only in a discussion.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. Whatever anybody might say, how many candlelight marches you have, anything you have on Made, water is going to Karnataka. It has already become a national issue. It is going to whoever might say anything. We can discuss this after the Supreme Court puts a tribunal and distributes the water. We can discuss this 6 months. We are here only. We are not going anywhere. But it is gone. Whatever has to go to Karnataka is gone. You cannot do anything. All this is for political. This whatever is being
She will
said.
talk on that more.
Let her talk, let her not take. Pratima or anybody can do the tandav there. Nothing is going to happen. What is going to go there? One, if there is a tiger reserve, then there is a slight chance of holding it back. Only and only if there is a tiger reserve. Number 3 point. I know actually I am not an analyst, I am the anchor, but I am putting my point. Number 3 points. If Madhe has an issue, which is going to have an issue, the first place which is going to get hit is Satari. It's going to dry up completely. And these are the people who are opposing the tiger reserve. Sorry, Pratima.
Yes.
I took your thunder, so as to say.
No, it's okay.
She's going to go with double
When we
thunder.
were- this is regarding the assembly audit, and as everyone knows that assembly, after दिसाची काबार झाली, and yesterday also we had discussion. But yes, थोडे जाणांनी आमच्या बाप ॲडव्होकेट कुतीनोय उलयलो आनी ताजानी उलयलो. But I agree to one thing. I have to admit. दुसरे पयले असेंब्ली जाल्यार त्यो फ्यू टायम पिरियड मेळ्ळो आनी डिस्कशन करपाक मेळुना. पूण हे डिस्कशन जालां 18 दिसाचें, आय थिंक फेर इनफ द ऑपोजिशन हॅज डन their bit. And I think I rate them somewhere 8 on 10 because they have done. See, Trajan is talking about one particular MLA out of 7. Trajan,
No, I'm not talking about
Trajan,
MLA.
Trajan, listen.
I'm talking
I didn't
about-
disturb you. I didn't
Let
disturb you. Let me talk. Whatever said and done. कितें पर्सनल आसूं कितें आमकां ना. But Vijay Sardesai has done a real good job. You have to admit it. खरें आसा सत्य ते सत्य. He has done it. No doubt his experience maybe. So he's got that thing. He's got the neck. Secondly, I can say Yuri, Wenzi, जावं तो एल्टन, जावं तो विरेश, तिने आपला फोर्स घातला आणि केला. First time we have seen in support of Manipur, they are wearing black and coming. It takes courage. Going in the well, stopping, they've been suspended, they're going out and sitting on the streets there in the assembly. We have never seen this before. And 7 जाणांनी करप म्हणल्यार they have proved that it is not the number, it is that courage what takes. Okay, you are one thing. तुझे हांव निषेध करता, कंडेम करता. एडवोकेट क्लेफाद आसा हांगा, एडवोकेट सामंत आसा, हांवें लॉ डिग्री घेतिल्ली आसा, हांवें खंय तरी आदोगाद म्हणून तुवें स्टेटमेंट केलें, तुवें स्टेटमेंट केलां आसतलें कालुसाचेर. कालूस एडवोकेट आसा, तूं कर तुजे पर्सनल कॅपेसिटीचेर कर. बट तुवें जें म्हणलें की दॅट्स वाय पीपल डोंट ट्रस्ट लॉयर्स आर लायर्स समथींग यू सेड, यू नो, तेजेर हांव निशेध करूंक सोदता. बिकॉज ऑफ वन नॉट ऑल कॅन रॉट.
That is what I said.
But you made that statement before. And
You made the
secondly,
statement.
see, one
Whatever
anchor,
it is,
एकल्या
whatever
anchor
they
चोर
are.
म्हणल्यार दुसऱ्या anchorकूय लागता. Anchor चोर
I didn't make that
तो
statement
particular
because
anchor चोर
असल्या
म्हणल्यार
lawyer-आक
चोर.
लागून दुसऱ्यांक footing
ओ एक दोतोर फोटींग जाल्यार तो दोतोर. You have
That's what I
appointed
said.
lawyers.
Yes.
तेजे
Okay,
निशेध
okay,
करता
now
बरें.
accept,
So ते सगळे सोड, हांव हेजेर
like,
उलयतां.
take, I will
Issues
Chuna and
discuss
TS
केल्या तेणी, म्हणून मेन इश्यूज आतां आमी डिस्कस करताली तशीच मणिपुराचो. They were not, the government was not keen. Because you can make out
They didn't discuss it in the end, no?
they
They didn't come
never
up with it.
they were not interested also. And I don't know what the 33 MLAs were doing, and out of 33 there are ministers also who belong to minority, and they could see what is happening in Manipur and who has provoked it and whose government it is. But none of our हांव दुसऱ्यांक पॉयंट आउट करना आमचे जे मंत्री आसात न्हय आमचे जे आमदार आसात जे बिलोंग टू मायनॉरिटी दे वर नॉट टॉकिंग सो इट कॅन यू कॅन मेक आउट दिस इज सारकी खंय तरी तांचे तकलेर बंदूक दवरलेली आसा म्हूण ते जाप काडपाक आयज खंय तरी भितात दुसरे म्हणटात ते बानास्ताराचेर जाल्यार जायते उलयला काल सगळ्यांक खबर आसा एविडन्स आनी फॅक्ट्स कशे तेणी काबार केल्या सगळ्यांक खबर आसा पुलीस ओनली वॉज एस्कॉटिंग police only has spoiled all the evidences and
Which
this is only
evidence is spoiled?
yeah evidence
Today,
was-
one thing, today there was a post by another lawyer, Radhara Agreche, saying, asking for some investigation. He has investigated and he says there's
Anyway, that investigation is on Facebook. Let us keep it at that. So,
no, but Pratibha, sorry,
Saying
just
what?
to inform you, I don't know if you know this. It's on that, because the Herald carried one banner, the DGP, no, number one, Jaspal Singh,
Jaspal.
has said that from when did reporters become
investigators.
investigators? I want to ask Jaspal Singh, how many of his people have been trained in investigation? How many?
Tell them.
Wait, another thing. Now they talk about cracking down on crime. How many convictions are happening on heinous crimes in Goa? How many trafficking? Goa is among the top trafficking agencies in the states in the country. How many of these convictions have been? I want to know that. That means you don't know how to investigate.
see
You
somewhere
don't know how to.
somewhere
Doctor, one second. You all are lawyers. What is the rate? What is the conviction rate?
No. See, the conviction rate has
Yeah.
been very poor.
No, but wait.
Extremely poor.
Yeah, but tell
Extremely
me one
poor.
thing. How is it that he says when his cops have been caught to be lying, they're saying that they're going to bring it when they've already gone to this lady's house?
ladies
One. Any action has been taken?
Nothing.
Now those people, that half an hour that person was on the floor before he expired, one of the victims, the cops took the person who met with an accident and went in the car. Has any action been taken among those
see
police?
sorry to say
Has
sorry
no,
to say but
all-
let me
actually,
tell you.
No,
I am not-
investigation.
See,
Most
I am-
important,
I am
investigation.
I am not on investigation. According to me, this police public faith
Is
in the
zero.
system.
It is gone. It is zero.
This should have been. This
I-
should have been
I-
a matter of discussion
Yeah.
in the house.
I
See,
saw.
just look at it this way: 3 people have died.
Yes.
2 are
Five.
maybe on the
Sir,
deathbed.
five chale five
Okay.
Five
So
died.
if that is so, that
Five
this
died.
deserved
Five.
this deserved a discussion in the house,
The-
and it happened during the days when the assembly was inside.
See, the police, I want to know how many of these people who stayed there outside in the police station as PR, can
No.
they spell the meaning of public
Some-
relations?
Public relations.
Can they spell?
according
He's
to
asking the
No, I
witness,
believe-
did you see that
No,
woman?
I believe,
fall off the
I believe at
bridge?
least on this issue there was a almost cover up.
Full
on
cover
the,
up.
on the in the house.
So,
No,
Bliss
there has
setting.
been accident. One accident happened in Kankond. Okay, the person died. It was a person from outside. He's gone. He told them, "You do what you want." Whom he contacted, whom he covered up, I don't know. And he's gone. What's happened about the person who's dead?
No.
There were earlier cases here. There was one girl who banged into 2-3 cars. What are the police doing? Where is the investigation? Where is the conviction rate?
I think
You catch one guy for a robbery, next past 10 robberies are put on that one person. How does that happen? Now he was talking about one IPS officer, the other two. 2 people have been caught shielding a robbery. One guy has been suspended about that robbery thing. Then what happened? See, my point is
today,
you
Jaspal-
do not
Jaspal-
you investigate properly and then talk. You don't cast aspersions on something else. Why? Because we are exposing your fault.
I think somewhere DIG to Jaspal Singh.
My apologies for this
no, it's, no,
rant.
sorry.
So I have to
Jaspal
say
Singh
that,
and Summers,
Pratibha
DIG,
answer.
a person of
Bring
that
Viraj
caliber.
now.
I was talking.
Yeah, she was not yet finished. I interrupted.
DIG, so Jaspal jo asa,
Yeah.
if he is saying this, that means खंय तरी तो तकलेन म्हाका दिसता संतुलन हाल्लोलें आसा ताका म्हाका सांगपाचें आसा की टुडे I am not simply flattering or something, but it's a honest हे म्हजें that reporters and the media is doing the job what his department should be doing. His department today, police department is they are only as good as being the puppets of the bosses. जसपालाक सांगूंक सोदता तूं आनी उलयनाका पळय तुज्या IPSान तो आयल्लो आनी ते क्लबान तेणें कितें केलें बायलेची थापट खावन येवपाक पडलें आनी तुमकां आसा अरे आयज विस्वास म्हणटा तो कॉमन मनशाचो विश्वास पुलिसा वयल्यान गेला. हांव सांगता ती बायल खंय देंवली बायलेक देंवपाक जायना आशिल्लें ते सगळे हालताले लोक म्हणटा शी वॉज स्टॅबलिंग अरे स्टॅबलिंग बाय हँड एंड लेग ओके चलो तूं भिलें. Then you are abusing and you are saying, you know my contacts, and she literally used the F word, fired bad words. So where she was? पीपल आर डाईंग देर कोणाचे भावाचे पांय अशे हे जावन काबार घो बायलां मरोन पडल्या ते काय ना पुलीस जसपालाक सांग हेजे पुलीस वर मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन गिवींग this female and the kids VIP treatment of escorting home तिका तेन्नाच धरलेले जाल्यार राव आयज 4-5 दीस जाले अल्कोहोल चेक मेळटा
I
असले
need to take a break. Yeah, that also
आणि
was a complete
सीट
lack
अनेक
of
सांगता
thing.
सीट
No alcohol.
केन्नाय गाडी खंय ती मर्सिडीज असली तेजी खंय बायल जेन्ना चलयता पळय तेन्ना सीट सदां मुखार काडून चलयता दादलो फाटल्यान ते देखून दिसती पडटा तुमकां
You saying no? How you know?
That's what,
that?
अरे बाबा दॅट DYSP शिरोडकर तो अतिश आसा तो म्हाका आदले दीस सांगता तो तेका तो परेश सावडकर तुमकां खंय मेळ्ळो तो आमकां पणजे मेळ्ळो दुसरे दीस तो कितें सांगता आमकां सगळे मोपाक घेवन गेल्ली तेन्ना ना तो मार्सेलान मेळ्ळो इज इट नॉट अ हिट अँड रन केस
It is written. on it.
इज इट नॉट अ हिट अँड ते काय ना आनी वयल्यान आयज म्हाका आयकूंक येता त्या भाशेन त्याची बायल ती आसा मेघना कामत सावडेकर ते आसूं रे CMाची ती सोयरीं आसूं आनी ते आसूं पळय तांकां पीसफूल न्हीद पडपाक जाय दे हॅव किल्ड इट इज आय टर्म इट एज अ मर्डर तांकां न्हीद पडून आयकोंक येता ते भाशेन 16 तारखे दवरला खंय इंटरीम बेल सगळें कवर अप करपाक ताका दवरलेले जाल्यार ब्लड इंटॉक्सिकेटेड म्हणून तुका मेळपाचें तिजे कांय टेस्ट
But
करूं ना
the
आनी
police
आतां
says
हाडून
she's not a
फायदो
driver. She thinks she's not a driver.
दॅट इज वॉट आय एम टेलिंग नो दिस इज अप टू कवर अप पयलो फोन कोणाक गेलो आनी खंयच्या आनी
I think let us not investigate the matter. Let us not
जसपालाक
investigate
ते
it
म्हणटा म्हणून राग येता
I think let us
वी हॅव टू
I
एक्सप्लेन
have to take
आणि
Viraj
eyes-
in because we are going in for a break.
आयज आयकोंक येता की राव आयज आयकोंक येता I think she's already reached Paris. I don't know, but this is the news which is going on.
Anyway, before you take a break, I want to make a small point with
There should
Trojan.
be no media.
But I will
Trojan.
not be there, may not be there. See, I think Trojan is looking at the assembly through the prism of 2024 elections. I think we will have to separate it.
Yes.
that is
I
the
didn't
whole
want to say
problem.
that, but
That is the whole problem. See,
I will look at the way I want to look at it.
no, correct. That is right. That is
I'm
right.
looking at the-
No,
I'm looking at the politician.
Correct.
You are trying to be a politician.
You are a politician. You are a politician. Let us not look at it from a
No, I'm coming to that.
political
I'll come to that,
ultra
yes.
political
I'll come to that. I'll come to
One.
that. I'll come
In
to
this case, there has been some floor coordination. I will not say it has been 100%.
That's it.
But
That's what
some
I'm
floor
saying.
coordination has been there.
No, but there has been
Yeah,
efforts.
there has been efforts to be together. Like
It is not
yesterday.
enough effort for the public to understand that we are together.
See, because even the yesterday's on the MLA's perks, at
that
least
also I
two
have to do.
people stood out and made noise. I think it is a great thing. Now,
Fair enough.
the entire opposition did not take it up as a block, but two of them took it up. It was great. It was good.
But I anyway.
See, on all issues, everybody may not agree.
Second half.
On all issues, everybody may
Viraj,
not
30
agree.
seconds. We are closing.
Open.
Sorry. before.
Let's go to the assembly, how it happened. So I would say long session, good fruitful discussion. Fruitful for Goans, fruitful for the democracy, and very fruitful to the MLAs as their allowance has gone up.
Yeah, okay.
See,
Thanks,
but
Viraj.
like-
Now we are going to the second half, and hopefully, I don't know, Klavas Bab will remain with us. We don't know. He's got a prior appointment. But this is the end of the first session of the assembly. I'm sorry, even I diverged a little bit. There was a bit of a divergence here and there. But some of these issues, we need to, because the tip of the spear ultimately are the police, and they seem to be very, very bad perception, branding, PR, very, very bad. They may be doing a good job, we don't know, we see them on the road, but not coming out, and the people get scared to enter a police station. Thanks guys, and I'll see you after the break. Keep watching Goa 365.